excuse me. I have two tubs. This is products, this is empties, I suppose, and products that I'm getting rid of. I've had a huge clear out, and yet it still feels like I have so much stuff. But I just want to get rid of it, and I will go into more detail about that. I've just got these lovely tubs. If you notice, they've got chocolate and chips on them. It's because they're old tubs from work, the old snack tubs. Oh, that used to be my favourite thing, is free snacks, but honestly, that's the way to my heart. I love a free snack. I love a free dinner. Oh, I love a free dinner. I love anything. I love a bonus. I love an incentive. But anyway, that's what I've been hoarding my stuff in. There's so much stuff. Now, this has been a really ruthless clear out for me. This is the most ruthless I've ever been. This is the most stuff I've ever got rid of. I can't even believe I have this much stuff to get rid of. And it's because I'm trying to shed like an old version of me. And I feel like sometimes I hang on to things, but it's like, it's no good to me anymore. Like, that was an old me that got joy from those things. I no longer get joy from it. And it's like I'm hanging on to it for that person or that version of me. So, yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. And it's like, you know, something can bring you joy in the past. It doesn't mean you have to keep it and keep it in your space. It's very therapeutic to get rid of stuff. So, where do I start? Do I start with the big one or the small box? Ugh. Let's start with the small box. So anything that is still in a good enough condition, I will give to Beth. But if it's really old or if it's like empty, obviously, then I'm just going to chuck it in the bin. And I'm so excited because I literally did this clear out probably 2 months ago. And I'm like, oh, that'll be a really good video to film and like reflect on. And I can already tell I'm excited. And I also put some stuff in here. And then I was like, oh no, don't want to get rid of that. Actually, I'm going to just grab a little mecha bag, because that's what I'll put it in. Okay, I just realized I could turn this into a really fun task. So anything that I have for Beth, I'll put it in this cute little mecha box, which I probably got years and years ago. And just hoarded the packaging. You see, I'm a bit of a hoarder. And I've got some tissue, so I can like wrap it together and make it look okay. First things first, I have this Bondi Sands tanning stuff. It's an ultra dark. I used to love this. I used to always use it. I feel like the formula's changed a bit where it's like very orangey now, but I remember I bought this because I haven't even opened it. So I was like, oh, when I tan again, I can use that. But I just haven't been tanning. I don't see myself using this anytime soon, so I would rather give it away to a good home to somebody who might actually use it. Next up is another tanning thing that I just threw at myself. And this is actually the Bondi Sands Self Tan Foaming Water in Dark. Unopened. Again, I thought I was going to go into like another tanning era. Okay, didn't happen. My first actual empty is the Beauty by Justin Relief Sun Aquafresh Rice. It's the sunscreen. I love this. It's got no scent. It's so smooth on the skin. Doesn't irritate my skin either, and I've worn this when I've been out on walks and stuff like this and I haven't got sunburn or sun-kissed or whatever, so I have found it quite effective. And yeah, it's just so beautiful and soft. And I did buy the I can't remember if I showed you guys, but I bought the matching fan at the time. I bought the gift pack, so I'm very excited. It's very easy for me to use up sunscreen, but this was actually so enjoyable to use up because because it's just beautiful, soft, and doesn't irritate me. There you go. I need a bin. I don't have a bin. So another Beauty by Justin, how do you say that? I don't know. This is the Ginseng Moist Sun Serum, and this is 50 plus. Now, I think this has gone off, but I did like it at the time. But at one point I put it in my husband's car, which was a mistake. Because I don't go anywhere in my husband's car really. So, I feel like I bought this 2 years ago though, and it just like, it's gone off a bit and it's just, it ain't right. So she's got to go in the bin. I did like it, but I wouldn't say I like it more than any other sunblock, and I do prefer a cream sunblock. It just feels more controllable. When I use a serum, it's like very hard for me to see where I've put it, if I put on enough, and I need to know I've put on enough, honestly. And I also got myself some water. because I'm going to be talking a lot. I've already given myself a headache, but I think that is the 1 litre of Coca-Cola Zero. Now, just to say, I used to be a Coca-Cola Zero lover, and then I stopped drinking it. I just stopped buying it, and then I had it again at some point. I couldn't sleep. It had given me a headache. It hurt my tummy. I was like, oh my god, this shit is poison. It's so poisonous to me, and I have been drinking this shit like so much. I used to buy cans and like put them in the fridge, so at home, and just have it stocked up. And like at work, I would love to have it stocked up at work. Oh, who doesn't love a little Coca-Cola Zero when you're on the clock? But yeah, no, I realised that shit is evil. So I did drink 1 litre of it today. So this is why I cannot be trusted with that shit in the house. My husband brought it home and I was like, oh. Anyway, moving on, because I do have some good stuff, and I'm definitely going to give this stuff to Beth. I've got a couple of good items. First is the Fenty, this is the Gloss Bomb in Fussy. I bought the wrong one. I feel like I filmed a video with this, opening it and realizing I got the wrong one. I think I trashed that video because I was so disappointed. But anyway, what I wanted was the lipstick, but when I was at Sephora, I picked up the wrong packet. So I had to go back and buy it, but it just means this isn't really like I've swatched it. So therefore she might get some use out of it. Oh my god, I can't wait to wrap this all up. So I need a Beth pile. Another Fenty Beauty product is their U Mist, which is a makeup extending mist, and it doesn't have alcohol in it, and it's a really nice fine mist. Really nice. However, I still find mists like this way too drying. The only thing that I really love on my skin is the Fix Plus. Otherwise, I really love the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This is stunning at refreshing your makeup and just makes you feel like tight and fresh without irritation. I just feel like I've gotten such sensitive skin, and not only that, but I use sunblock and stuff like that, which some of those chemicals sensitize my skin, I think. So not a bad product, but it just makes me go so cakey. Like I literally can't handle anything. So she might like to try that for work and stuff. And then I also have this NARS blush in Blissful. I hate how the packaging goes so rank because I have barely used it, and it's like this dark purple with like a bluey reflect, which you can't even see. But I used to love this kind of colour, and it would look nice if I was tan as well. But because I don't tan anymore, it's like, okay, well, I'm never going to use it. I just simply am never going to use it if I don't tan. So it's like, that's kind of the stuff I'm trying to get rid of as well. Like, I don't need all of these options for if I ever tan. Like, I have my if I ever tan foundation. Other than that, like, why do I need to hoard this shit? Another thing I'm getting rid of that I didn't finish, I just snapped its goddamn neck, but it's the MAC Prep and Prime, which is like a very waxy lip balm you can put on, and this is great if you're wearing liquid lips. I used to love wearing a liquid lipstick, but I don't anymore, and so I just don't find this really hydrating enough. Seeing as I've snapped the end off, which I need a bin. Ugh, so annoying. So I'll give it to Beth because she might like to try that. She uses liquid lipsticks, unlike me. So I just prefer just a standard lip balm, whereas the MAC Prep and Prime, it really is a great product to use. You can put it on, it's kind of like a lip mask, and you can put it on for like an hour and then put your lipstick over top. But I just ain't looking to get too complicated about it, you know what I mean? Next up, I have this Maybelline New York. I used to love these. I've lost the color and everything. So gorgeous. What I like to do is I use these ones for lip liners because they stain and stay on your lips, but the vinyl finish ones, so I really like those. However, I've had this for about 5 years and I don't use it anymore because I exclusively use Whirl from MAC or Stone. Like, I've really tailored my makeup now, and it's like, I don't know, I suppose you might be able to relate if you've gone through that phase of just like buying lots of stuff and stuff like this, but at the end of the day, it's very hard to finish all these products that we're buying, or that I'm buying, I should say. Oh, what is it called? Vinyl. Yeah, it's the Superstay Vinyl Ink. Don't know the color. I also have a brown one. This one has a colour, and this is in the colour Preppy. Both really good. If you like to do that, I know a lot of people use the peel off stains now. They've become quite popular. But if you prefer to do something that isn't a peel off, these are so nice to use as lip liners. But again, they're 5 years old. We just need to move on with our lives. And then I have these little shimmer pots. These are from Australis. I really loved these when I got them. This one's in Nearly Naked and it's a really shimmery color, and I used to actually like to use this as a highlight because it's like exceptionally, I don't know if you can see that, but really glittery, really shiny. But I just don't do that type of makeup anymore, and if you look at it, like, I used this, I liked this, good for the eyeshadow as well, but I have a lot of products like this already that I go to. Like, I don't need 10,000, and back in the day I'd be just buying anything that I thought was pretty, anything that I thought was like shimmery. So, you know, it's like, but how am I going to use all these products? So I have another one in Bombshell Bronze and Pretty Pink. Nothing wrong with them. How would I ever be able to get through this size of pigment? That would be my question. So they've got to go. I'm getting rid of this Fenty lip stain, which I'm so sad about. Again, I haven't barely even worn it. It doesn't look that bright. When I swatched it, I was like, oh, this is great to use as like a lip liner. Nah, it's so bright on the lips, which is great. It's bright and pigmented and really long lasting, but I wanted to do that trick where I was like lining my lips, right? So that was going to replace my Maybelline Vinyl Ink, but I chose the wrong color and obviously didn't take it back, so sorry about it. I'm also getting rid of the Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten. I got the little travel size, which I love to get because it gives you more of a chance to actually finish the product. But I wore this the other day, and whatever I'd worn it or paired it with my normal products, it was like patchy and cakey. It was really gross. And so I don't want to have that effect ever again. So she's gotta go. I'm being honestly ruthless. I don't give a fuck. Also, I just want to point out, I do love the Rare Beauty liquid blushes, but the Fenty Kilowatt liquid kilowatt highlighter is much better. Looks so much better, and it's so much thinner as well. So why would I need two things I'm not going to use? So another sunscreen I have, which is from Hamish, which is the Artless Glow Base. Love this. It's SPF 50 plus, which is fantastic, and it's so dewy and shiny. So for a radiant primer, absolutely stunning. However, this is about 2 or so years old, and it's starting to smell a bit weird, and also, does SPF even last that long? The next thing I have, oh, fuck, this is pretty. I really don't like when I'm getting rid of stuff and it's really gorgeous, as you can imagine. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible liquid lipstick in 113 Invincible Sable. This is a repurchase because I loved this color so much, and it's giving very much 2015 because that's when I first bought this color. And if I was tanning, this is friggin' stunning. On my skin at the moment it looks a bit orange, but when I tan it comes off as like a really nice neutral brown. Really great to line your lips and use like with a lipstick over top. But I don't wear those colors anymore. It's very 90s. It's practically new. I like repurchased it and then never wore it, so that was smart. And it's got the most gorgeous balm on the end. So pretty. Really love those products, like this product in particular. I used to have so many of them. Oh, I'm getting rid of this and I couldn't be more happy about it. I was really being ruthless. This is the Giorgio Armani A Blush in 51, and it's just not enough coverage. I was expecting so much when I ordered from Armani Beauty. I think I'd ordered direct from the website. Can't remember. And I was just expecting so much. Almost every product, correction, every product was trash. Every product that I got was shit, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like, the color's fine, but it's so light coverage, it literally disappears. So, honestly, I'm actually really mad about that. I've got another NARS product. This is the, oh fuck. Have I broken it? Don't know. I don't even want to look. But this is the NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, which is light zero. I like the color. It's nice and, you know, neutral, kind of more yellowy. So I really like the color, but this is like face paint. This is face paint. I couldn't believe it. When I finally got it, I was like, trying to get into my dewy, glowy foundation era. And I was like, this is going to be amazing. I'd heard so much hype about it, and I finally got it, and it's friggin' full coverage. Like it's full coverage. Like I would use this on glam days, like full glam. And in my previous like YouTube videos and in my previous version of myself, I was very much into the glam. So I did get a good use out of it, but I couldn't even be, I'm probably a third of the way in to it. So, but I'm never going to use it again. I really want the NARS Radiant foundation. Can't remember the name. I cannot remember. I'm just like, I'm trying to, but it's just not there. Because I've tried a tester of it and that looks more like skin and it actually looks radiant. So, sorry about it. Now I am getting rid of a MAC lipstick. Okay, listen to me. Listen, okay. Pretty much all the lipsticks I have are MAC because it is the best formula. They have the most long-lasting matte lipsticks and I love their shiny. I think it's like luster. I don't know. I don't work for them. I don't work for MAC. But what I will tell you is their lipsticks are the best and they have the best colours and best undertones and everything. And it's so luxurious as well. I always feel very happy using my MAC lipsticks and etc. Now this is in the shade Spirit, which I got for my birthday, and this is from the matte formula. I got it as a free gift on my birthday. How did I get it on my birthday? I must have done like a back to MAC or something. And it's a stunning color. This is like the sister of Velvet Teddy. So if you're a little bit paler, this could be better, but it does have that oranginess to it. So I really like it. Like if I were tan, it's very like a 90s vibe. But nowadays, I don't really wear the matte lipsticks, and I've got about 12 MAC lipsticks, and I was like, you know what? I've got some that I really like and that I use all the time, like the Gabriette collab in Sell Out. I think there was a collab with her. Love that color. Use that color. So it's like, why am I hanging on to stuff? Like, I do love this color. It's so gorgeous, but I'm not using it. So why the fuck am I obsessed with like hanging on to it? I'm getting rid of another MAC lipstick. Guys, call the police. Call the police. I'm under duress. Now, this one is actually Media. Now, do you remember that this is... No, you don't remember. But this was one of my first MAC lipsticks. I did an order from MAC Cosmetics USA using Send to Ship It? Don't know. That's when I lived in New Zealand. So we are friggin' talking... 11 years ago, and this is one of my first lipsticks, and I used it for a couple of videos. I've worn it a couple of times. It's like decently used, but nowhere near like Eustace. It's still got a lot left in there, unfortunately, but that's not a color that I gravitate towards it at all. And of course I'm keeping it because when I got it I was like, oh, this is so amazing. It's like my first, it's like a relic, you know, it has sentimental value. But I was like, the me now, it's like, why do I need to hang on to it? Why do I need to hang on to all this junk? Like, it served its purpose and made me happy then, and I've learned a lot since then, like especially over the past like couple of years, where it's like, you know, having more of a curated collection of stuff that I use. But anyway, so it's time to say goodbye. This is so funny. I have the pencil, MAC lip pencil, which I got as a free gift, and I've got the one in oak, and I put it in here because I've got about 3 or 4 other MAC lip whatever. They're my favorite ones, so that's what I'm sticking with. But I have, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 other MAC lip liners that I prefer to use. So I was like, I'll get rid of this, but I'm not going to get rid of this, guys. This is staying. What was I thinking? Because I saw a TikTok and a girlie was using it, and I was like, oh my god. So I think if I tan, I know I've said that I want to keep all this shit, just, you know, but I think I can get a use out of it, so we'll see if I do or if I don't. And I'm getting rid of this Trixie Cosmetics blush in Dollface, which is a love heart. How cute is that? It's fine enough. I like the color. Literally nothing wrong with this product at all. It's just probably a bit thick. I do prefer like a balm type product. So I'm going to see if Beth would want to use this. I really don't know, but yeah, I just have so many other products like this. I don't need 4,000 of the same thing, and I prefer that balmy lightweight texture. This is really nice and pigmented though, so if you prefer like a really bright pigmented blush, that's where I'd go. Another thing that I think that I'm getting rid of is the Sisua. What is this? This is like a highlighter balm. It's herb sugar. I don't know. It's a Korean beauty product, and I didn't really get much use out of it, but it's like a face balm. So, oh, it smells so good. It smells friggin' incredible. But you meant to put it on your face or whatever, and it gives you that dewy, balmy look. But of course, a lot of the products that I use give me that look, so I really don't need this product as well. Another blush is the Too Faced blush, and I loved this. This is like a gel one. I've just had this for too long, so I'm just getting over it. It's so freaking old. It still smells really good though, so I'm not sure if it's actually off. But as I say, I've got lots of other products pretty much the same color, because that's always the way it is, isn't it? You go, oh, I love this kind of color, so then you just buy everything in that color, and then you've got 10,000 fucking products. But it's really nice. It's like a gel stain, so I definitely would purchase. I don't know if they still have this. This might have been limited edition, but I would definitely purchase a product like this in the future. Finally, this is so gross. This is chocolate and nuts in it. I'm gonna honestly kill my husband for that, but anyway. This is the Formula 10.0.6. Why do they name it that? It's called the Go for Glow Sheer Mist Dry Body Oil, Mango and Jojoba. Now this is somewhat empty, but it's not spraying anymore. But this is a gorgeous oil. It just like dries immediately. I really do not know how it does that. And it smells so delicious. A lot of their products though do smell very delicious, so that's just like token this brand. So good. I would definitely repurchase this. Moving on to these hydrogel patches. Guys, I couldn't get into it. I tried. Oh. Honestly, I've used actually about 15 pairs. No, hang on, there's 60 patches, yeah. So it's 30 pairs, and I've used about half of them. So I tried wearing them under my makeup, but it would make my makeup pill, and that was the whole purpose of getting these, so I could have something just cheap and easy to put on before I put my makeup on. But it was a no-go. They just, yeah, made my makeup go all fucked up, and you know, who's got time for that? So I will give those to Beth, because I feel like I purchased those recently, like I had them in a haul this year. So yeah, they're definitely not off, so I'm definitely gonna hang on to those for Beth. And then last product in this box, which is so exciting, is the Mary Kay Peptide. Oh, I love the smell of these. These smell so good. These are the Mary and May, Collagen Peptide Vital Masks. They've got collagen in them. I actually have determined that I'm allergic to collagen, which is such a shame, because these are so cool. It's those little fabricy, who's that in my neighborhood? Anyway, it's a little fabricy mask. Oh, the sheets. There we go, that's what I needed. It's the little sheets. I actually can't remember how many are in here. It's like a daily mask. There must be like 100 masks in here. So if you like the sheet masks, like the fabricy ones, these are such a good way to go, because then you don't have to really worry about cost. Even if you use them every night, they work out under $1, way under $1 a mask, like 50 cents a mask. So I would recommend them, but the collagen I can't do. So I might put those in for Beth as well. I'm so excited to wrap all this. This is really cool. And now I have a tub of rubbish. Okay, this is so fun. This feels like Christmas, because I have kind of forgotten everything that I put in here. In here I've got this Mecca lipstick in Down Low, which is a matte lipstick, but this is way too orangey for me. Like, no, that will never work. So, and I don't think Beth would like something like that either. So I'm just gonna put it in a separate bag, give it to someone else. I'm gonna put this in another bag as well, because this is the Osis by Swashcraft Professional. This is their Curl Honey. Oh, I love the smell of this. So pretty. I have their hair oil, which I use every single day. Love it. Well, they call it a sparkle, but it's a light oil spray. They call it a shine spray. Love it. And I bought this probably, I don't know, honestly don't even know. I thought I would do a natural hairstyle with my curls at some point. I've never done it. I've never ever done it. I think maybe once, but my hair just feels so unmanageable because it's long as well. When I have my natural curls, it's just so hot, it feels really unmanageable. And yeah, so I haven't really done it, which is such a shame, because these are such good products, but c'est la vie. Next up is this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is a brown mascara. I really don't like this mascara formula in general. This was much better than the original. The original is very thick and I found it smudged everywhere. This didn't smudge as much, but I feel like the brown didn't do anything for me. I thought that it was going to do something for me and I was going to look natural, but I think what I need is like a burgundy mascara or like a red, yeah, like a reddy burgundy mascara would look a lot better with my eye colour. Now, I've got an unopened cream. I got this from my Lip Timber box last year. This is the Trilogy Vitamin C Moisturising Lotion. Should I have kept this for my husband? He has so many. He has so many. Because I also have the Alpha H Essential Hydration Cream, which I have opened. I think I could actually just use this as a hand cream. So hold that thought. I won't get rid of this one, the Alpha H Rose Cream. I'm just not going to use that shit on my face. Like, I'm very controlling about what goes on my face. And the vitamin C is good, but my husband should be using this. Let's see if I put it on his face tonight. Now, I'm getting rid of a couple of Elizabeth Arden products. I've got two of the little eye creams. I got these for Christmas and the little gift packs, which is so cool. These are both 5ml each. I finished this one, but didn't finish this one because I can't handle the retinol. It just dries my under eyes way too much. I can't push through. I've been through this too many times and I'm over it. So I've got to get rid of those. And I'm also getting rid of this retinol as well, which is their like night cream. I just don't want to use retinol in night cream anymore. You have to skip nights as your skin gets used to it. And it's just like too much for me. I'm just over that. I prefer a nice rich hydrating cream, like maybe like a peptide, just anything else. Hyaluronic acid. Anything else. Next up is the Kylie Cosmetics palette. This is the burgundy palette. Damn, it's so pretty. It looks like I've barely used it. I did use it like a couple of times, but this is something I could only use if I was tan. So now that I don't really tan, why am I hanging on to this? I love the center color. It looks so friggin' good with my eye color, you see? So pretty. But yeah, that is a friggin' relic. I've had that for about 10 years, I think, almost. This is the Quick Flick, Quick Glow tanning stuff. It's got tan all over it. And this is a mist, like a gradual tan mist that you can spray on your face because it's got like skincare elements to it. It's got skin barrier support, niacinamide, really good for hydration, and hyaluronic acid as well. So it's just like a skincare face tanner. So really great product idea, but I don't tan. So I only used it a couple times. It looked fine. It looked nice and even on my face, which is good because it's that gradual vibe. Because I would never put normal tan on my face. It would just be too dark. So unfortunately, did like the product, but just don't tan anymore. So it ain't gonna be the vibe. Finally, an empty. This is the Redken One United All-in-One treatment. I just use this because it's like a heat protectant spray, leave-in moisturizer spray, whatever. I actually don't love the scent of this range, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this. I want to try a heat protectant from another brand, to be honest, because I didn't love it, but I used it all. It was fine. It has a chunky mist, so it's really great at getting all your hair and doing a nice even coverage, but wouldn't buy again. Next up is a Quick Screen by Quick Flick. Again, really love this. You can find this at Kohl's. I like to buy it when it's on special for like $30, and this one is mangled, but used all of that. It's a really nice thin formula, so it goes really great under makeup and just really good for on the go. So one of my favorites for sure. And what else? I'm definitely going to give this to Beth. These two here. They are the Rocky Horror Picture Show MAC collection. Guys, think back 10, 12 years ago when this came out. That was my first international MAC order that I had gotten, and I got these and I was so excited because like remember when they used to do great collections, and I've been hanging on to it because it was like an heirloom, but I never used it, I think partly because it was like limited edition, but also this reminds me a lot, this is in Crazed Imagination, reminds me a lot of that NARS blusher that I just showed you, except this has like a lot less pigment. You can barely see it there, so it's a lot sheerer of a formula, but it's that kind of color that I could only wear if I was tan. Why am I hanging on to it? Literally, I got the joy from it at the time. Same goes with this MAC pigment called It's Just Not Easy, and Let's see how much I've used. I've probably used 1/2 centimetre of it. Now, when I was doing makeup like freelance, I used this a couple times. This pigment still works really well. You can see it's got such a gorgeous little shine on it. Oh, I'm in love with it all over again. It's red with like a pinky hue. So pretty. But that is not a colour that I would wear at all now, like me now. And I just don't want to hang on to stuff that I'm never going to use. And it's like it's over. That's an old version. As I said, I enjoyed it at the time. We don't have to live in the past, people. Speaking of, guys, you're not going to believe this. I need to drink water. I've got this really cute Daniel's Donuts. That's how many coffees. Oh! Sorry, I just had flashbacks to the good old days. When I worked full time, I used to go and buy my team coffee. Not just like if I was running incentives or whatever I was doing at the time or doing a project, but also it's really satisfying. Anyway, I used to love buying coffee for my team, especially when you're having like a really busy, hard day and you just get to 3 o'clock and you're like, dear God, everyone wants a coffee, and people often just go buy like for themselves. But I used to love buying it for the team because obviously it's a tax deduction. So I used to love that. I'd put it in my expense claim. So it's a really great way. Well, I felt it was a great way to like give back to the team, and God, I love a tax deduction. But seriously, I've saved about $18,000. Not kidding. Not kidding. By not working. Because, oh my God. I just love a tax deduction. That's my favourite. But anyway, my whole point is I would always use my Daniel's Donuts card, and so I would rack up points. And so I have like 3 of the tumblers. I have the beanie. What else do I have? I've gotten a couple free pies in my time. Moving right along. My Mac palette. Guys, this has been through so much. This is 12 years old. And I got the insert with the eyeshadows and then the insert with the blushes. And I got the Peachy Keen blush, I think it's called, and the Taupe, I think it's called, blush. So this was like my bronzer contour vibe and my blush. Still really love them. They still look really good, but they still are perfect. That Peachy Keen is fucking perfect. However, I purchased not that long ago the mineralized blush in Petal Power, which is very close in color. And so yeah, so I've just got that now. I don't need this chunky palette or anything. And then I have Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Oh guys, the good old days. But I got Makeup Geek. You can tell that I really loved these kind of colors when I was tanning because they just looked so good on my skin tone. And this has got like a dent in it. I almost hit pan on that. Can't remember this color, but it was one of their really popular shimmery shades. I feel like it's definitely not gone off, but it doesn't have the same shimmer or impact that it used to. Whatever these are, I need to figure out. Look at that. Fucking loved that one and that one. I think this is Malt. Used to love it. I still really love it. How do I get those out? Guys, we're just gonna... I'm gonna try and get them out. I don't really understand how... Oh, they just pop out. Oh, that's in the shade Blank Type. Wow, they come out so fucking easy. And that's Malt. So pretty good memory, really. And then I don't like any of these. Oh, I liked that one. What colour was this? Oh, this is in Wedge. How cute. So the reason that I don't use these is because they're in the palette, and this is so friggin' chunky and annoying. But of course, because when I used to freelance and stuff, this was so handy as well. And with the blushes, it's got a little clear divider, just in case you didn't know. I don't even know if they still sell these types of palettes. But with the blushes, I thought I would fill those out because I was doing like freelancing and I was just so into my makeup 10 or so years ago, whenever that was, 12 years ago. And yeah, so I got a lot of joy from this and got a lot of great work out of this as well. So what I'm going to do, I've got these 3 colours that I do like, and I'm going to keep them and buy one of the 4-pan ones. You know how they're about this big, and it's like a 4-pan insert, and actually I can get back to using these. Oh my god, that's so fun. It's like shopping your own closet. So I'm going to give this to Beth. It looks pretty munted, but you can't really clean it. The next thing in here is the Star Wars eye palette. I will show you what it looks like. So it just looks like this. And it's got some really fun colours. I love this blue. That's my favourite type of blue, like to wear on my skin tone. But I think my husband actually got me this from EB Games. He saw it and thought of me. Saw it, he was like, yeah, got a deal for $5. But I think the eyeshadows, like the glittery ones, are like a little bit off, or I think they have to be activated with water or setting spray. But these just aren't colours that I would naturally gravitate towards. So I haven't really used it. I haven't really swatched it. So I'll give that to Beth and see what she thinks. Now I've got 2 sponges which I thought were worth talking about, and one is the Real Technique sponge. I bought a new one. These are the ones that come in the travel little container, which I love. Just keeps them clean and again great for travel. But I bought a new one because it was time, because I've probably had this for about 3 years, which is so gross. It's just so gross. So it was time to upgrade, and for some reason these ones are a bit more velvety, so they stain a lot more. So we're getting rid of her. And then another one I have is this Japanese, which is from TK Maxx. It's like a little powder puff, and I've got lots of these, but I thought it was worth showing you because it's like a little velvety powder puff, and once they get really dirty like this, then I just swap them out. So such a good buy, really love those. Next up is my Makeup Forever Professional palette. This is one that I broke when I was traveling, so the lid is buggered and then it's all fucked up. So that's really unfortunate. I was going to keep it because I did repurchase it because it is really good for travel, and the little cream foundations in there are really nice and you can mix them up and stuff. You can already see I've started using this again. But yeah, so I had to buy a new one because that lid is like totally broken, and I was going to save it and like refill it at some point because I'm like, oh, that'll be at least good to have a refill. But I thought, you know, this might take me a year or 2 years, just saying, to finish. So by that time those creams would be off. Now I'm not really sure if I can really give this to anyone because it's like you can't use a lid. Anyway guys, we sometimes make expensive mistakes. Have you guys been counting? I was actually going to count how much all this cost me, but I've gotten too deep in it now. Next up are these little glitters, which I'll give to Beth. They are by NYX Cosmetics in MGLI 1 and MGLI 2. I don't know what those letters mean. And I love the blue. I thought that would be so cute, but I never used it. And this is the bronzier metallic-y bronze one, and I've had this for about 5 years. I used to use it when I'd go out. It would look so good when I tanned, but then I used it the other day and it just looks shit. And I don't know if it's because I'm a grown-up now or because I use my makeup slightly different now, like my whole technique and everything has like changed. So for whatever reason, it just didn't look right on me anymore. I think when I used to pack it on, it looked good, but I don't like to pack stuff on much anymore, so unfortunately, over that. The next 2 things are things that leak. They are the Dior Lip Glow Oil, Cherry Oil. Love these. My favourite one is 006 Berry, but I've had this one for about 3 years now, so I want to get rid of it because it's just a little bit gross to use lip oils for that long. It still smells really good. It's got like a minty berry flavour, and I love the colour. I will show you on my hand. You see how it's got like obviously that kind of berry tone, which looks so good with Max Whirl lip liner. And then the other one I have is 007 Raspberry, which is the pinkier colour. And if I put it on my hand, you'll see that doesn't really give any real colour at all compared to the other one. So I would repurchase this one maybe, but I found this one leaks horribly. I only opened it maybe like at the start of the year, so Ooh, I'll get that off. But they are really nice and long lasting and stuff. But yeah, I've only opened this year, but it leaked. And because I don't like connect to the color, sorry, like I really like the berry one, it's like this one's disappointing. So that's just another example of just buy the one that you actually like. Sounds obvious, right? Like you don't have to necessarily trial the colors. Like get the color that you know you'll use. Speaking of lip products, I have this MAC Squirts lip balm. I have two other ones. I have Simulation and then the hot pink one. This is the color Heat Sensor. These are amazing lip gloss sticks, and that's a really nice color. It's like an orangey, so it looks quite nice with my World lip liner. Again, I love the idea of a lip gloss in the like stick formula or bullet formula, because I hate lip glosses that are in a tube. I just hate doe foot applicators. It's like not my go-to unless I absolutely loved a product like the Dior lip oil. But guys, not to get superstitious, but I will get superstitious for a second. I actually got this as a gift from a friend, and this is probably like 2 years ago now, right? So that was ages ago. Now, this is not somebody that I keep in contact with anymore, and I'm a very big believer in energies, and I think the items that we have contain energies, and I had a nightmare about this person. And I was like, man, that's really weird, because I hadn't thought about this person in such a long time. And then I had a nightmare. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why am I being terrorized? Because, like, that just can't be a coincidence. I don't believe. Anyway, so I was like, there must be something in my house that still has her energy in it. And then I found this because I've got my little tray of lipsticks, and I don't reach for these, like, often. But not like my everyday product. So when I saw this, it was like at the back, and I was like, that's probably what it is. So I'm finally getting rid of it. I shouldn't have kept it and had it in my room for so long, but I think being in a box has contained the energy. It wasn't hidden in plain sight. So I might actually give that to Beth, because she might like that. And then I'm going to give this to Beth as well. This is the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner in Barbarella Brown. It's just a brown liner. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in like a beige color. That is so like 2015. And I got it on clearance, and I bought it because I thought that would be so cool to have, because I'd been using the white eyeliner on my waterline. And I probably bought that about 7 or 8 years ago. And then I went off doing anything in my lash line. I just don't do that anymore. So just want to get rid of that. The next two products are Jeffree Star products. Now, I already gave Beth about 4 of my Jeffree Star highlighters and a couple of his palettes as well, because I'd stopped using those. And oh, these are dirty. I don't even know how they get dirty, but I've kept these because once again they had sentimental value. But it's like that time of my life is over, and I promise you, this one in King Tut, ugh, can't even open it. Anyway, this one in King Tut, absolutely stunning. Really great if you're tanned. Obviously on my skin tone it's too dark, so I'd only be able to use that if I was tan, but it's the most beautiful golden color. Looks so good on the body. I used it in a couple like photo shoots as well, but it's just, I'm never going to use it. I'm simply keeping it for like sentimental value. Whereas they could be used, you know. And then this one, which is one that I really loved, is Lavender Snow. Guys, remember when these used to come out and we'd all be excited? I was excited anyway. And this looks really good if you just lightly dust it on top of your cheeks. It's like a purpley colour, but it is a bit too like icy for me, let's be real. And it's like the kind of colour that I would use 10 years ago. But nowadays I tend to go for a more glowy, radiant look. So I'm going to get rid of those. Oh my god, I've got the little MAC Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is the glitter. What did they call the glitter? Black. So it's just the normal black glitter, except it's got the Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff on it. And I love it. And I was like talking to my husband, I was like, oh, is there something else that I could do with the containers? But I really couldn't think of anything to do with the containers. I suppose they could be good for like travel or something. Oh, my camera's a bit fucked. There we go. They could be good for travel, but like like if you were taking primer or something, but I just can't be bothered to go to all that effort just to keep a container. But look how much there is. Again, I use this obviously in my YouTube videos. I used it a couple times going out. I used it in photo shoots, stuff like that when I was doing my freelance stuff. But yeah, definitely not a product that I would at all use ever again. So moving on, I actually have a Frank Green. This is my original Frank Green. This is the 1 litre one. It's a bit dented. I definitely dropped it a couple times when I went to yoga. Dropped that on the polished concrete floor and scuffed it. It just looks so minging. And then, anyway, I'm just getting rid of it. This one has been branded DTH with a little love heart. I got this as a birthday gift. This is probably like 3 years ago. The girlies from work all chipped in and got me this and got my little Dotty the Hottie mark on it, which was such a sweet gift. And I think like the Frank Green is so good. It just keeps your water cold for like forever. But in terms of energies, I really felt inclined to get rid of this because again I had some really nice times at work with the girls that I was working with, and I was very lucky because at one point I got to work with my friends, which was really cool. I like working with my friends, but it's like that's an old version of me. That isn't, it's not me anymore. So I had a good time at the time, but things change and I don't want to just like hold that energy anymore. So she's been through it. She's been through a lot. But for Christmas last year, I got me and my family from Santa, or Santa got us new Frank Greens, and we got like the 700ml ones, which are so much better for like in the bag, in the handbag, and great for travel. And we've gotten so much use out of it, and my family drinks so much like more water because of it, because when you put ice cubes in here, these are insulated, so the ice cubes stay whole and your water stays really cold for long periods. So highly recommend them. But she is ready for the grave. Next up is this Kat Von D stick. I've barely used it. I probably used it a couple times. Look how pretty that is. It's like red. You can see what I'm attracted to. It's like a really pink with a bit of an orange like reflect in it. But I found when I was using it, I wore it with this glitter. They didn't go together, and I just thought, I don't really like dark lid colors and stuff anymore. I don't know. You know how sometimes you randomly use stuff and then you're like, oh, I don't like this anymore. Like it's kind of like when you have a safe food and then one day you're just like, oh, I don't like that anymore. Guys, we still are only halfway through this box. I've got 2 hair oils. I've got this one from Aromatica. It's a ritual hair oil in lavender and patchouli. Love this. This is like meant to help your hair grow. I don't think that it helped me in any way, but I did love the ritual and I did love the smell of putting this on, massaging it. I have a scalp massager as well, but even with my fingertips, I really, really loved that. And then another one is the Bopo Woman, whatever the fuck that means, Halo Hair Drops in Jasmine, Napoleon Argan Oil. And this is really good because it's got the little dropper. You can see it's got amethyst in there as well, and it's got like a little dropper, which is so good for putting through your hair. It's very convenient. Loved them both. I wouldn't repurchase this. This one was actually a gift, so I'm glad that I'm getting rid of that now and that I actually finished it. But I would definitely use this again because it's just like, obviously it's oil at the end of the day, but it's not like super greasy, and I like to use this like the night before hair wash day. Next up we have the Essie, I don't know what this is. I got this in my lip timber box, and I think it just like protects and whatever your nails, but as you can see I get my nails done. But I kept it because I was like, oh, maybe I'll use it. But I use it on my toes, but I don't even really put polish on my toes, so sorry guys, gotta go. Now I'm getting rid of this. It's still got some in it. Should I keep it? Oh my god, it's got so much in it. I've had this for like 2 years. I didn't realise there was so much left. Huh. Uh-oh. Oh, once you do it up, you can't get it down. Fuck. Alright. Anyway, this is the Too Faced Pomade and a Pencil. I love this concept and I really enjoy this product. However, I prefer to use, what do I prefer? A micro eyebrow pencil. This is a Rimmel one, which is nice enough, and it's got a really fine tip. So I much prefer that. The Too Faced one is a lot more glam, so I did get like a lot of good use out of it. But yeah, I just, you know, it's not a fine tip, it's a bit more intense, so it gives more of an intense look, but that's not really the look that I'm doing anymore. Next, oh, I've got a fair amount of skincare actually. So I'll start with this one, which is the Dr. Althea Pure Grinding Cleansing Balm, and I really wanted to try, you know, it's like one of those ones with the grinder, and you grind it, can't grind anymore, I'm at the bottom of it. But yes, it's one of those, and you know, you can take your makeup off with it. I didn't feel like it was better than, I tried another one. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe I'll put it on the screen right here. Whatever the hell it was. But this didn't take off my makeup as easily, but it was fun to try, and you get a great deal. I purchased my Korean beauty stuff from Lila Beauty, and it's so cool. I get a notification every time someone uses my discount code. I don't get points or anything like that, but I do get my own like 12% off as well, which is really good because Lila Beauty often has sales, but it's not always on the products that I want, and so I don't get my 10% off those. So it's good to have like a discount code on hand if I'm doing a bit of a replenishment, and I did a replenishment recently, and then I opened everything up and I was like, oh, could have done a haul, but I didn't. Next up is the Laneige Cream Skin, which I have now run out of. This is the big bottle, 170 mils, and it had this really annoying lid on it, which is now stuck in there. So I actually bought little misters from Target, which I don't have anywhere near me, but I bought little misters so that I could mist it on my face and have that vibe. This stuff is amazing. When you spray it on, like, it just makes my, oh, who's that? Sorry, I'm just having GYG tomorrow, so I've got to get my order in. Boom, that's my best. Anyway, back to this. Oh, when I spray this on my face, my skin looks so hydrated, so plump. What the hell is in it? It's got serapeptide. It's a milky toner, it's a moisturizing toner, it's literally amazing. And you can buy the refill bags, so you can just refill this, you just buy the bag of it, you don't have to re-buy the bottle. And I noticed you can get smaller travel sizes, and it's absolutely beautiful. And my husband, who, as you know, is borderline reptilian, he's so freaking dry. He's always had really dry skin and like patchy dry skin. I actually put some in a mister for him as well to take to work, because when he puts it on, his skin, like similar to mine I suppose, just absorbs it, and he looks so good. He looks so healthy and glowing and like moisturized, but obviously in a natural way. You know, he doesn't want to show up like, you know, to work looking like a goddamn baddie or anything, but it's just like such a nice, radiant, plumping product. Best essence toner I have ever tried. So I will be repurchasing the little bag, but this is empty. My little sprayer of it is now empty, so I use mine all up. I would be using it every single night, or on days when I wasn't wearing makeup. Every man should be walking around using this. Seriously. Moving on, I've got the Laneige, another Laneige product. This is the Waterbank Blue Hyaluronic Cleansing Foam, and this is nice enough. I broke the cap off, unfortunately, but I have finished it. I got this from Lila Beauty as well, and it's a really nice gentle cleanser. I also thought that it was okay to take my makeup off, but I do prefer like a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm, but in a pinch, this is really nice. So I probably would repurchase this, but I do want to try the Tatcha Rice face wash, whatever it's called. Moving on, I have the Claw de Lis Grape Water, which I really enjoyed. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through, but look at this. Can you see that? It's all clogged up, and I've tried washing it, but it hasn't like worked. But I like to use this before I was putting my skincare on, just to bring hydration back, and then I don't know. I think you meant to put toners and stuff on with damp skin. I was trying to do something there. This was fine, had no problems with it, but it's just that it clogged up. So I wouldn't purchase it again for that reason. But they were only $29, and I thought, oh no, good deal, but I'm just over it. I just hate it when things break so I don't get to use the product. I also have this Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream, which is a hand treatment. I got this for Christmas, and I love it because it's got such a strong natural lavender scent, which I really like. So because before I do my skincare, I put on hand cream just so my hands don't absorb it all, and my nails are fucked at the moment, but anyway, my skin around them. But this was nice enough. I don't think I'd go out of my way to purchase this, but I would purchase this in like a gift set with the other products. So if I got this in a gift set or as a gift, I would be very happy with that. I would definitely use it up, and great for the handbag. Another Korean beauty staple is the I'm literally so uncomfortable. Anyway, this is the Cosrx Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence, which is like a really nice, feels like a gel at first, like when you're putting it on, but it absorbs really well. I wouldn't use it during the day just in case it like pilled, but I did finish it and it's nice enough in the routine. I didn't see the results that I saw from the Laneige Milky Toner, so would I repurchase? Maybe. It's a maybe. It's a nice thing to have in the routine, but I don't think the results are as dramatic. This is another essence, so this is the Beauty by Joseon, I believe, ginseng essence water, and I didn't really like it at first because, again, like, this is the stupidest format, this little hole to have toners in, and it's okay if you put it on like a pad, but I put it on my hands and like press in, so it's just really annoying and messy. So I actually hung on to it and I was like, damn, I'm never going to use this, but I didn't want to get rid of it because it's like quite nice to have in the routine, like nice and hydrating if you want to like do the skin flooding technique. This is a really nice product for that. But then I got the travel spray bottles from Target. Hello, they should be sponsoring this video. But yeah, I got that one from Target, the little mister, so I put it in there and then I used it up that way, and I also gave my husband a little mister of this as well so that he could flood the skin, do the skin flooding for work, because anyone who works where there's an air conditioner, you need to be misting throughout the day. Anyway, I think, oh, I've got another skincare product, but this is one of my husband's ones, and this is the Asano Retinol Night Renewal Face Oil. I don't know. These are a good price, so really good for men, because, you know, you've seen them put lip balm on. They just use up product very, very liberally. Yeah, but I don't know if I saw like any good results or anything with his skin with this, so I wouldn't repurchase that for him or anything like that. Next up is this Redken Acidic Bonding Concentrate Shampoo. I think I did a haul and had this in it. I got the shampoo and conditioner, and I was saying that if I didn't like this, I would go back to the blue shampoo. Well, I am here to report in, I've got a follow-up, that I didn't like this. So this did not have the same effect as the one in the blue bottle. The one in the blue bottle I think is for quite damaged hair, and it's got proteins in it. So it just really cleanses my hair so well and then makes my hair feel so soft as well without being greasy, whereas this made my hair feel a bit drier. So I would not buy this one again. I would not repurchase. I'm just sticking with the blue one. Next up, I've got 2 more cans of the Nutri-Rich Body Satin, which I spoke about in my last junk that I was getting rid of because I'd finished another 2 there. So these are my last 2 that I finished, so I do have to order more now. But these are absolutely gorgeous, so nice on a night out because they smell like apricot, and it's just such, ooh, it's such a beautiful layering scent with like perfumes and body like creams and stuff like that. I absolutely, oh, she's got a little bit in there. But yeah, I absolutely love, she's trying, but she doesn't really have it in her. I love the apricot scent. It's nice to use. I would even use this after my hand and foot cream, like when I'm in bed doing my skincare, because I have a bit of a ritual going on. But anyway, so I do hand cream and foot cream and like heel balm, and then some nights I would also spray this on my hands and on my feet as well, just to lock in the hydration and have that really nice succulent, oily, not oily because it's not that greasy or anything, but just, it's so nice. It's like luxury. It's that little piece of luxury. So it's good for everything. I wish they had little on-the-go ones. I'd be all over that like a goddamn rash. Ugh. Moving on, I've got a couple of lashes. I've got these Too Faced ones in Natural Flirt, and these look like the wispies, like the proper wispies from Ardell. So I was like, oh, these will be perfect. I love that style of lash. But nowadays, I never use a lash, and even if I go out, I use a shorter lash so it looks more natural, whereas these would be so big. You know, think about me 10 years ago. I would have loved this style, but definitely not a lash girly anymore. I also have these ones, which I enjoyed using. These are the Ardell Duralash, And I also have a similar packet that I got off eBay, but I think these ones are brown. Now, I did take these away for my birthday, and I liked using them just to add a little bit more volume, but they weren't long enough. These are short. I thought short would work for me, but they don't work for me. They're the same length as my eyelashes, so they're only good for volume. So I was like, oh, I still have other ones I prefer. The Ardell Demi Wispies are still the best. I have literally loved those for 15 years, and yeah, I think if I need lashes, I'll just go and buy those ones. But I definitely don't wear eyelashes as much as I used to. I mean, gee, back in the day, man, I used to love a lash. Who didn't though? And then I also have all these little things as well, which is my bits and bobs, because I did actually, oh, I think it's got lash glue on it. Anyway, I did declutter my makeup kit, because I pretty much was down to like one client that I was doing freelance on, and it's like, other than that, it's like I really love doing makeup on other people. Like, obviously I'm certified as well, and it's definitely a passion for me, but I do feel deeply that it is very connected to a past version of myself. So probably 5 to 15 years ago, that decade, I was so into beauty, so into makeup artistry, etc. But like this new version of me, it's like I can appreciate the past and things that I loved to do, but that is definitely not something that I want to continue to go into. I don't think that's part of the person that I'm becoming or the person that I will be, and I don't want that to be linked to me anymore. I don't want that to be like, I still love even doing like my friend's makeup, and I remember I had a friend who lived like very close by, like around the corner, and for her birthday she had someone else organised to do her makeup for her birthday. It was like another friend that was like good at hair, and so she'd offered to do her makeup, so she was like, yeah. So anyway, that's not a problem. This was for her 30th birthday actually, and like I would never have expected her to ask me to do her makeup or anything like that. So I was like, whatever about it. But then on the night, she's like, oh my god, can you help me, because this girl's ruined my fucking makeup. And so I was like, I was getting ready for her birthday, right? So I was like, oh yeah, whatever, come around, because I'm doing my makeup. Anyway, and then she comes around, and I can see why she didn't like her makeup, because it was way too dark. She was fully matte, like she had so much powder on, and she was only turning 30, but she looked like her skin was so fucking dry. She looked like about 1,000 years old. Like, I know I'm being ruthless, but it was like, it was just not good. I'm like, so your friend did your makeup, and it's like, you know what her makeup's like, and then you let her do your makeup on your birthday. What did you think you were going to look like? But hey, we all make mistakes. Anyway, so she came over, so I was like, oh yeah, whatever. So, because I've got my whole kit, so I can be doing someone's makeup, whatever. Now, I'm just bleeding on, honestly. But the whole point is, she came over and I redid her makeup, and it looked much more natural and radiant. The reason why I'm saying that story and connecting it all and blogging about this is because I don't want to be that friend, or not just friend, but anyone. I don't want to be the co-worker or the friend or anything that anyone ever feels that they can have any of my time or anything from me. Just because I know how to do makeup, it's like, I don't think that I'm therefore a use to you or a use to someone. Like if I'm friends with something, they're like, oh, well, Dotty can do my makeup, so I'll just get her to do it. It's like, no, that's my time, right? That's my time, that's my life. I'm not somebody's friend just so I can be a use for them. I've been a very generous friend in the past and like this and that, but I feel like when you're a generous friend or a generous person, it's very easy for people to therefore make use of you, and then it becomes like you're doing all this shit for somebody who does nothing for you in return and just fucking uses you. I don't think that's a real friendship, and I don't think that's a friendship that I would want to be into. I love doing my own makeup even, and trying new looks and trying new products, but I just want that to be like part of me and part of like what I'm doing for myself and keeping that as a ritual for myself. I don't have to share that. Makeup artistry has been a really great passion for me. I've gotten so much out of it, and I've been in magazines and the newspaper, and yeah, there's a lot to it, but I do not see myself. I don't ever want to be energetically speaking in proximity to people like that anymore and sharing like that. I know that's a bit deep, guys, so we've all got stuff that we're working on, but these are all the cute little spoolies that I got for my kits. I really love these. I did keep a couple of these. I don't know if I'll ever even use them. I just keep like 3 or 4, but they're really cute, like silicone-y mascara wands, and then like the lip applicators. They're so fun. I just love all these little bits and bobs. So cute. But I won't get rid of those. I might just give those to Beth. Her pile is getting a bit tall. And then I've got some lime chrome gems. I did use some of these. You can use these for hair and face, and when I was younger, this is definitely something that I loved to use, but I don't foresee myself using this in the future for any looks. If I did, I would go out and literally buy some face gems, but I truly don't think I will be using anything of this nature, and I think Beth would actually get a use out of those because she does those creative things. She kind of reminds me of me from like 10 years ago, and she is younger than me. Anyway, this is my last makeup product in my little box. This is the Quarterly Beauty Elixir. This is the little 30ml. So obviously I already repurchased it, and I was so disappointed because I wanted to buy the big one and then refill my travel bottles. I was like, oh my god, because I was like, if I like it I can refill. But they are on like what are they called, like perfume bottles. They're actually fully sealed, so you can't reuse it. So it's a glass jar, you can't reuse it. I just think that even recycling wise, that sucks. Like, so I'm salty I can't refill them, but I definitely still will repurchase. They just have this like the spray just has a really good like tightening effect on the skin. It's so refreshing throughout the day to refresh your makeup without drying you out or making you cakey. So I'm a big lover of that. And my last few things are brushes. Now honestly, at my peak, I probably had 400 or 500 brushes, and like, because I was doing makeup artistry, and you know, I did my qualification, etc., and I used to just love buying brushes. Like, who doesn't love to buy a new brush? Well, I do. So I ended up with so many. So over the years, I've had massive clear outs, and my whole collection was probably down to about 125. This is a rough estimate of brushes. So I'm getting rid of some more, and these are ones that I have copies of already, because if I love a brush I will go and buy more, especially for my makeup kit, right? So I'll show you a couple that are duplicates. So my duplicates are the Real Techniques ones. Again, I love these brushes. I've got the deluxe crease one and the base shadow brush. This is like one of the best brushes on the planet because it's synthetic, it's easy to clean, it's just so soft and blends so well. But I think I have 1 or 2 left in my kit now, but I don't need like lots and lots of them. Unless you are a makeup artist, you really don't need 5 to 10 of the same ones, and I'd already gotten rid of more of these, so I had about 4 or 5 of each of these. Not necessary. Another one I'm getting rid of, this is Real Techniques. I promise I like these brushes, but this is the contour brush. This is from my set. I don't know, I think I did a video on this back in 2012. So this brush is 13 years old. She is a relic, and like the name has barely rubbed off. I have used this so much, and I repurchased more of them. So I already have 2 more in my collection, and I think I had 4 altogether at one point. This, did I mention it's the contour brush? But I got this in my first Real Techniques haul. I got it in a set. There was 4 brushes. It came with like a kabuki like foundation brush, a flat concealer brush, like paddle concealer brush, and a flat foundation brush, which I should have kept, but at the time I did not use those types of brushes. And so yeah, so I've hung on to this for all those years, but I haven't, like 2 more of them, so I don't need that one anymore, and I just happened to get rid of that one because really I was keeping it, like I was so excited to get those brushes at the time because they were my first like professional brushes, because I had the Shane XO brushes to begin with, And yeah, so and then I got the Real Technique ones, and it was just like unbelievable when I got those. That was so amazing. So it's like really I was keeping that particular one because of the memories or the association to the old version of myself, which I don't need to do. This is another one that's in the same boat. This is the Sigma Small Contour F08. I bought this when I bought the highlighter brush, which I am keeping, and I would love to keep this, but I don't use this. I have one by Jaclyn Hill, which is a similar shape and everything, but it's a much better brush. So I just will not be using this. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Remember guys, the copper brushes everyone had? I think I paid like $30 for this. I bought it directly from Sigma, and I remember when Sigma used to go off, and they have amazing brushes. I wish they would come back. I'm also getting rid of this Sigma blending brush. Actually, no, I'm not. This is the E25, and this is a real one because I've had replicas of these. But I think I'm going to keep this one actually, because I just got a Morphe one, which looks exactly the same. But I have been really enjoying using the Morphe one, because I got rid of this because I never really used it. But then I got the Morphe one, I was like, oh, I'm using it. Honestly, this is a mental illness, so I'm keeping that one. And now this is the fake one. This is the fake version of it, and it's green in there because the metal has eroded, and so now the brush is green. So that's going in the bin. Then I have an e.l.f. small tapered brush, which I bought probably for about $3 direct from America 12 years ago. And I already have, I think I actually had 4 or 5 of these. Why do I need so many now? We will never know, but I did use them obviously throughout the years in my kit, so I don't need that. Or I have this one from Real Techniques, which is one, actually I'll give that to Beth. Anyway, I have this Real Techniques one, and this is the Duo Fiber Contour Brush. This used to be so popular, this kind of brush. Should I keep it? Oh, no. No, no. And then I have this, which is the Nude by Nature BB brush. So cute. Should I keep this? That is so gorgeous. I love how thick and packed it is, but I just don't. It would be great for BB creams though. I'm going to keep that. You see how hard it is because I get attached to everything. Now, speaking of, I've got the angled eyeshadow brush from XO Beauty. I've literally got this like 13, 14 years ago. And yeah, so amazing. I love that for like the outer corner, you know, filling it in and stuff like that. But I have other brushes I use. I don't need lots of the same kind, but I was really only keeping it for sentimental value. And it's like I had the fun with it at the time. I keep saying that, but it's so true. And I have a replica pencil brush by Sigma. I already have other ones that I like. I have this one from Real Techniques, which I didn't like. It's their light layer highlighter, and I think I fucked it up when I washed it, to be honest. But I just didn't prefer that. I love the colour and the look of them though, but that's just not enough. And second to last brush is this one. And it's one of those eyebrow brushes that you put product on and then you sweep it up and it does like hairs. But I've never used it. I bought it from eBay for like $2 or $3 and I thought, yeah, maybe one day I will do that vibe, and then I never did. So whatever. Now this one is controversial. This is the Real Techniques 100 brush in the gold. See, this has gone a bit fucked up, the colour on this. This is the real one because obviously I had the fake one. This is a lot heavier. Do I keep it? I haven't used it. I've had it in a box for 2 months waiting to get rid of it. Love it. No, I think I'm going to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my battery and then I'm going to wrap all this up like I'm a professional. I've kind of brought you down this way a little bit so you can like see a bit more of me wrapping. Now I did have the tanning products in a little, well, in the bigger size bag, but because I've actually got so much stuff for Beth, I'm actually going to need to put her stuff in the big bag. So I've just got the 3 tanning products in this bag, which I will give away. Oh, but that's what I was going to do. I've got the curl cream, which I'll put in this one because Beth has straight hair, and then the lipstick I'll put in this one because she wears like darker colours and like reddies and stuff. So there you go. Look at that. I feel like it's Christmas. And then for Beth's stuff, I've got a bigger bag, and then I've got a box, so I might wrap some stuff up. She'll be like, why are you being so extra? She's always so sweet when I give her stuff. It's just like, usually I give it to her because we're a similar like complexion, and like if I think she might like it and it's not gone off or something, it's like, why would I put it in the bin? Now I've just brought you down this way. You can't see my big head though, because I'm gonna wrap stuff. So I don't know if I've done a good job here because my bits of stuff are so big. So I've got my Mecca box. This is one thing I miss about working as a manager, is that like when I got to do fun stuff, you know, like wrap presents for people or do that kind of thing. See, look at this. Guys, are you feeling the fun and festive vibes? I'm gonna wrap all the little brushes together.
She knows I'm extra. This will not surprise her. Here we go.
Guys, prepare to get satisfied. Look at this. Perfect. That looks good. Guys, who is excited for Christmas? This is just giving me like Christmas vibes. I could probably even do like ASMR and like fast forward it.
We'll try little stickers.
Oh, this is my husband. Hello, honey.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I am doing so well, honey. I'm filming a video.
Okay.
And I'm doing like ASMR and like wrapping the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had some Mecca boxes and bags. And so I was like, oh, I can like wrap it up all nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm trying.
Well, I'll let you go back to recording your video then, darling.
Thanks, honey. I'll talk to you very soon.
Talk to you very soon.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
I think I'm like running out of space in the actual bag. I've very much filled up the bag.
And last but not least is the little NARS blusher. And there you have it. There is my goodie bag for Beth. So that's the stuff that I can actually give away. And then this is the tub of empties and like rubbish. So that feels really good. Hopefully I don't need to do this big of a clear out again anytime soon, but I'm feeling really ruthless and I'm willing to do. So that would have sucked. I almost forgot the setting spray, because that is like relatively new. I've used it about 10 times. So definitely good for that one to get a bit of a life to it. And that's all. So that's my empties, and what I'm getting rid of, I feel exhausted. That was a lot of talking. But yes, that's what I'm getting rid of. So there you go, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.